Greetings dear watchers, welcome back to my first video with my new PC. Today we're gonna jump into testing my GPU with the ARK Survival Ascended. I got myself a 4060 Ti 16GB. Let's see how it's gonna perform with the ARK Survival Ascended. Alright, I turned the ARK FPS on, so right now I have 35 FPS, but my settings are not on maxed. So let's change that and let's see what I am gonna get with the all epic settings. Alright, I put everything on epic and it says it's recommended for RTX 4070. So I think this was a known thing that you need at least 4070 to be able to run this on epic. My resolution scale is stuck at 90. I don't know why. Maybe I need to turn off the RTX. Right now I can go 100. Now everything is on epic. I'm just gonna turn off the light bloom, which you don't really play with that, and motion blur as well. Other than that, everything is on. Looks like maxed out with the presets. Alright, let's save and see the FPS. I knew that ARK was pretty heavy on the GPUs, but I kind of thought I might be able to get the maxed FPS with the 4060 Ti 16GB, but looks like that is not gonna be possible. I am getting 15 to 20 FPS with the all epic settings, and I can tell that it is lagging quite well. When I'm looking at the jungle, it's going down to the 15, but if I am looking at this wall and maybe even go little less dense areas, I might get 20. Let's see, let me go to the beach maybe. With the water, it might help with that FPS. Alright, now I am seeing, I just saw 20 FPS. Alright, now we got 22, 23 if I am on the beach, but this is not something you will actually play at this FPS. So I'm gonna try to get my proper settings, like with 60 FPS and decent looking game. But before that, let's try the RTX without changing any of the settings. Alright, right now I am seeing below 20 FPS. Let's just turn this on. Alright, I have the NVIDIA DLSS turned on. Let's activate that, but let's turn this off. Alright, everything else is off except the NVIDIA DLSS. Let's turn that on. Let's see if that's gonna do anything. Not sure what it did, and my clouds are looking alright. They don't look perfect though. Alright, I am still getting the same FPS, so that didn't change anything. Let's get this. Not sure what all these stuff are doing. Got the frame generation. It's supposed to help, but it's not really did much. But I mean, the FPS counter is still at 15, but I feel the game looks a little bit better. Not sure, it just feels like that. Right, the game feels a little bit smoother, but it's still below 20 FPS and we need to fix that. Alright, let's keep trying. So this is the super resolution, which if I put that to ultra performance, it's gonna make the graphics a little bit bad, but that kind of jumped my FPS to 24, and I did saw like if I'm looking on the ground, I'm getting 30 FPS. but I never liked using the ultra performance on GeForce Now because it was making the game glitch. I also see some tearing. Not sure if you can tell. That might be a problem with my monitor as well. Alright, let me try the last thing. This was all about performance. Not sure what this DLAA does. Didn't do anything good. And I'm down to 12, 13 FPS. And the game feels super heavy. Right now, I'm just gonna turn off this entirely and go back to the graphics presets. Let's go with everything on high. So everything is on high right now, and that kinda changed like 5 FPS, maybe even less if I'm just standing here. Let's go with medium. So with everything set to medium, game is still looking alright. As far as I can tell, it jumped to 30 FPS and it goes below 30 in these dense areas, but we are looking at less crowded areas. I am seeing 36 FPS at best. That is still a pretty bad FPS. And if I'm looking at the water or the sky, it's still 32, 33. So this is something I can play, right? I just need to turn on the RTX and super resolution, frame generation. Alright, right now I have seen 50 FPS, but you can't tell this from the recording, I guess, because I don't see anything on OBS, but I have a huge tear on my screen when I move. Like, the screen doesn't move with me, it is tearing apart. I think the OBS is not picking that up, but this is pretty playable. Settings, I was gonna say that because I saw 45 FPS, but right now it is capped at 30 for some reason. Is it because of this? Let's try that again. Looks like the FPS is capped at 30 for some reason. Let's go with this and ultra performance again. So with this active, I am seeing 53 FPS. That should stay there. But when I turn on the game, I get this tear and it drops to 30. Something is not working right. Let's go with performance. How about now? I have less tear, but it's still stuck at 30. I'm just using the presets, and when you get this to medium, it keeps some of the things on epic, high, and like that. Let's try the DLAA. So this is not actually helping. with anything. Right now I'm gonna try to get the best graphics with 60 FPS. Let me go into more crowded areas because the FPS you get on the beach doesn't really count because you won't actually stay there. You're gonna build a base and your base is gonna be a crowded place. Right, there's a little lake, a river here. There's a lot of trees there. Oh, we can harvest this. It's good. Alright, this place looks like it is crowded enough with trees, with dinos. Now let me try to put everything on epic. I'm gonna turn this off. Gonna put everything on low, and then I'm gonna keep increasing everything. I have to restart the game. Alright, if I put everything on low, I have 50 FPS, and the game doesn't look that terrible except these foliage. I really hate when they appear when you like get close. That's like pretty annoying. But even with the low preset, I don't get 60 FPS stable. It goes down to 60. It goes as low as 49. I just saw. I'm seeing 47 when I'm running around. So that's not quite nice, but this is the presets. This is not actually working with all the stuff. You see some of the stuff are left on high. Let me restart the game and then the effects should be applied properly. Alright, everything is applied and I have a little bit increase on the FPS. It is looks like it's stable on 60. It drops to 59 time to time, and in here goes down to 49. It did go down there. I do have a little bit tear. I don't think you can see that because OBS is, I think, recording directly from the GPU. Not sure what is wrong with the monitor I have. There's some kind of miscommunication that's given me a tear. Alright, so let's start increasing. But first, this 200. That's gonna put us to 45. Alright, right now everything is properly on low. Just the resolution scale is at 100. I guess I can decrease that a little bit. But this is how the ARK Ascended looks on low settings without disabling anything like clouds. Look at those clouds, like they are moving by a bit, like they are some kind of static on them. Right, let's start increasing and see how the FPS will get affected. Let me see something. Somewhere I can see 60. So let's go with the epic. Alright, advanced graphics on epic. My FPS is still at 60. Let's go with anti-aliasing. anti-aliasing topic. Like still there. View distance. Textures. Are these going into effect? They were not going into effect. Right, I am right. It's back to 60 FPS, but we need that view distance. Let's keep that on low right now. Post processing. When I activate that, I dropped a couple of FPS. I think these are the less heavy things on the GPU. This is gonna drop it by a lot. This is the general shadows, and it just makes the shadows look really nice. And that cost me 10 FPS, as you can see. Let's go and put that on to lowest. Let's see global illumination quality, how much that costs. And this is, I think, the most intense settings. It's costing me 30 FPS. Let's change that. Effects quality. What is attacking me? We just handle that. Alright, why do I see like it dropped to 30 FPS when I was fighting, but right now when I am standing stable, it does go back to 60 FPS, but it's 50 now. Effects quality, let's turn that off. Now this is foliage. It's also quite heavy. Alright, I am keeping 4 settings on low here. And let's see these guys. We need low light enhancement. We need interaction. I think you need to put these to 1. So we can see some effects. This one. And this is asking me to go back. Also, do I disable this or not? Let me see with Epic. Let's restart the game. Right, the game has been restarted and I am seeing 40 FPS at max, 45. The game doesn't look that terrible if you don't look at the shadows closely, because they look quite terrible. Alright, right now I am at 40 FPS. Now I'm gonna put all the things that were on low to medium. Let's go with everything on medium and view distance on epic. I'm gonna put the resolution scale to 70. Go with the high on these things. Didn't really change much. Go with epic. Alright, so I put the shadows on medium. I put the effects quality on low. Now I'm gonna activate the RTX and we're gonna see how much FPS I'm gonna get. So, how does the game look right now? I do have a tear. I'm not sure if a restart will fix that. But looks like it is capped and stable at 30 FPS and the game looks pretty nice. I have almost everything on epic. Just the shadows are looking a little bit bad and this is a problem with the RTX ultra performance. Kind of makes things like move, especially on the snow. Let me go with the resolution off. Now we don't have that problem anymore and looks like I still get around 30 FPS, a little bit goes below that. So I think I will keep experiencing with the settings in the future, but right now this is what you can get with the RTX 4060 Ti. I definitely need to upgrade that in the future. I am planning after this PC is paid in full, I can go for maybe another GPU. That's gonna be next year probably, if I can get this done. If I can get this done in time, I might go for another upgrade and get one of the higher tier GPUs. Maybe next year I can get 4090 and also the ARK it's probably not gonna get any, it's not gonna get any more optimized. I don't think that is a possibility. The ARK will probably ask more hardware in the future, but with the updates there might be a little bit improvements with the GPU driver updates. We'll see. All right, thank you for watching, dear watchers, and I'll see you on the next video.